Hello, everybody. This is Sam Bell from InternetInvestorsClub.com, and this is part one of a series that we're putting together on social networking and social proof. Um, there's one thing about Web 2.0, and Web 2.0 has many different facets to it. You can use Web 2.0 in social networking for rankings and placing high on Google. And the main thing which Web 2.0 is created for and really is known for is the social aspect of it. And basically starting a conversation, building relationships, and exchanging information and content, and using many different mediums to do that. So this series is going to be a experiment and live demonstration of how that works. Now, there are a few tools that we're going to be using throughout this process to make this happen, and I'm going to share those with you as well as some of the main websites. One of the biggest things when it comes to Web 2.0 and social networking that there is not as sexy as some of the SEO and ranking parts of it. However, it is critical to the long-term effects and the long-term being of your social media or Web 2.0 campaign, and that's building relationships. Well, of course, if you want to build relationships, you have to be able to communicate. You got to have a conversation, and you have to be able to provide content to whomever you're having a conversation with, and it needs to be relevant and it needs to make sense. Okay, so the main two social networking websites that most people are familiar with are, of course, MySpace as well as Facebook. Okay, for video sharing, of course, there's YouTube. Now there are many others that are out there and that are available for you to use and that you can do this with. However, I'm going to start this experiment with just those main three websites. Okay, so what I've done is I just set up a Facebook account with it's a new account, brand new. It hasn't been online for a while. Some people who are my friends on my other Facebook account know that it doesn't look like this. So the objective here is to build relationships with people who are in my niche that have the same interest and focus of the content that I'm putting out there. So, it's one thing to get on Facebook and just to make friends, and to say hi, tell people what you're doing and, what's going on and share pictures. That's fine and well. But from a commercial viability standpoint, the objective in building that relationship is to build trust. And when you build relationships and you build trust, you can ask people to leave the sites and to go to other sites. You can recommend them and they will value what you have to say. But in order to do that, you have to put yourself in a position of authority. And in order to do that, you have to contribute good content to the conversation. So ultimately, my goal is to build and establish a trust and a working relationship and network, with the people I befriend on these social networking sites. So that way I can get them to leave these sites and come to the other pages of information or other content that I want for them to see. Okay, so with this account, we just set it up. It's a brand new account, and today is August the 4th, 2008, and we're up to 80 friends. I set a goal of 50 friends per day. So at the end of 1 month, I'll have at least 1,000 friends. Okay. The same thing with this MySpace account. I set this up as well. You can see the URL here, and the goal is to have 1,000 friends at the end of 30 days. Okay, and once I acquire those 1,000 friends, I also want to develop and build a relationship. So in order for me to do that, I have to start a conversation and I have to share content with them. You can see right now I'm up to 33 friends. Now, one thing about these social networks is you want to be sure that you're able to build relationships with people who have the same interest as you. Now, some of this may be old news for some of you. Some of you who are watching this may be all brand new stuff. But I'm still going to cover some of the basics just so you have an overview of how all of this works. Now, if you'll notice, all of my friends here, they are in the real estate industry. One of the good things that I like about Facebook is that you can actually go to groups, and a lot of people have already done the work for you. And basically, you can come and search. Of course, my niche is real estate, so I want to find people who are in the real estate niche. In order to do that, I will identify groups that have members who are interested in real estate. So I go to those groups and I befriend people who have the same interests as I do. This is one of the bigger groups here, at over 5,000 members as part of their group. Okay, so you can see there are plenty of people that are members of these different groups. And basically, you go here, you become friends, and you invite them to your friends, and you share content with them, relevant information that's going to be beneficial to what their interests are and what they're trying to do. The same thing with MySpace. You go over here and you want to look for groups of individuals that have the same interests that you do. So let's see here. I'm going to go to groups. And it's the same thing. You can just do a search by keyword. And you guys can see I'm not the best speller, so please excuse that. And these are groups. Okay, this group here, they're a little bit more generic. It says Young Millionaire, so let's take a look at real estate investing. So that way we can identify some more niche specific groups that we would want to befriend and add friends to our profile with. Okay, alright, let's see here. Okay, real estate investing and education group, they have over 15,000 members. It is a private group, however, so you do have to become invited. But here you can see real estate investing, 8,000 members. Free real estate college, 1,700. And these are some of the smaller groups. But collectively, there are plenty of people that are on these social networking sites that I have the opportunity to build relationships and friendships with. And I've already started that process here with my Facebook account, as well as with my MySpace account as well. Okay, so the goal is to identify people that have the same interests, become friends, and start a conversation. Share relevant information and content, regardless of the form of content, whether it be video, whether it be posts, comments, or audio. My personal preference is using video because it's more powerful. It's very passive. People don't have to take the time and try to sit down and read everything, and it can make it more interesting. You can do a lot of things with it. So ultimately that's our goal. Now, as we develop the friendship, as we build the relationship, and as we deliver the content, overall we want to take our relationships that we developed and the trust that we develop and provide more content, but take them off of the social networking sites and drive our friends, the people that we develop relationships with, and drive them to the sites where we have the more relevant content, the more relevant information, where they can find and where it's actually at some point commercially viable.